What's up,
Yo, yo, yo! Today we're talking about a scam.
Okie dokie, so today we're going to talk about good brokers, bad brokers, and trading scams. So first of all, let's talk about the brokers. So there are two main types of brokers which you need to understand. And first of all, you have the market maker and also an STP broker and a straight through processor broker. So let's have a look at a market maker. So here's you. You are trading on your laptop or phone or whatever, and a trade goes over to the market maker, which is your broker. Now, market maker, well, all brokers know that roughly over 70% of people lose on the markets. Okay, so I'm going to massively simplify this. So what will happen is that in the broker's software, there's bound to have two lists. So they'll have like a good list of traders, which won't be that many, and then they'll have a bad list of traders. So basically everyone, because their systems will know who is a bad trader. So let's just say that you happen to be one of the bad traders and you place a trade. Their system will basically go, oh, this is a bad trader or a rookie trader or it's a new account of some sort. Let's not bother placing this trade onto the market. We're going to take the other side of the trade. So what that means is that, let's say this trade you end up losing £100, well, guess what? The market maker has actually made £100. So they're taking the other side of your trade. Whereas let's say you're on the good list, then they'll probably pass it through. But that's, yeah, so what's happening is that they're making money on the spread or commission, depending how they do it. And also, if you lose a trade, they're profiting from it. So they are incentivized for you to lose. Now, I'm not saying all brokers do this, but another thing you need to watch out for is that some brokers out there will do a stop run. And they can either do this via a margin hike, or no, actually, a spread hike, or they may move a market tinily. So let's say there's a market over here, and you have put and let's say for some reason that there is this like massive support level over here, and you want to go long, so you've gone long here, and I don't know, let's just say that this is euro dollar, for example, on the 1 hour chart. And this broker or a bank or that may have optics to several brokers, they may look at euro dollar on the 1 hour chart and they go, oh look, there's some sort of structure here, there's a massive support level, and guess what, everyone on the 1 hour chart is no doubt going to be placing all of their stop losses just below this massive support level. Now most traders, because they're dicking around on the smaller time frame charts, they'll put their stop loss anywhere from like 1 pip to 10 pips below this level, which is absolutely nothing. The market could cough that and stop you out. So if it's a big bank, sometimes what they may actually end up doing is they may end up moving the market down, stopping you out, and then letting the market bugger off without you. And if you've been trading for any period of time, you'll no doubt have experienced that. But there's another insidious one, which is the spread hike maneuver. I'm not sure how often this happens these days. I know I found it. I'm not going to mention the broker that did it to me several times. I'll probably end up in court. But basically what will happen is that, let's just say that you've entered the market here. The market, I know, has drifted down a bit. And let's say that there is, 10 pips, for example, between your where the market is and where you've put your stop loss. Okay, so what may happen at something like 3 o'clock in the morning when there's low liquidity, and they'll blame it on low liquidity, is that the spread will massively jump up. So instead of having like a 3 pip spread, all of a sudden for a very short period of time you could momentarily spike up to like a 20 pip spread. Or guess what? That will then effectively stop you out, because a 20 pip spread will effectively mean that the market's down here. It will then bang you out, and then guess what? you wake up in the morning, whatnot, and the market's done this, and you're like, oh, sweet, the market's gone up, but oh shit, I'm not in it. And then you'll kick off big time because you see the market's done this, you should be in X amount of profit, but it seems as though you've been stopped out and the market hasn't even touched your stop. So that's rather insidious. So you'll always find that typically on market makers. Now, so that's what I would call a bastard broker. And a good way to find out if a broker is a market maker is just type it in. You know, if you're googling, you know, IG index, then type MM or market maker, and there's going to be loads of websites that will, you know, have a list, etc. Now, a straight through processor, STP broker, are the good guys. So what will happen is that no matter who you are, you place a trade, and they don't care. What they'll then do is they'll pass that trade directly to the market. So that way they're completely hedged. If you win, great, that trade has won, and so they win money, and then you win money. If you lose it, it doesn't matter, because what will happen is that you'll lose the money, they'll lose the money, yeah, etc. But the broker then is completely hedged and will never lose. They will always make their money via spreads and commission, etc. So they're the brokers. Now we're going to talk about the trading scams. Okay, so first of all, I've sort of put them into 3 different categories here. We have CFX over here, so cryptocurrencies. We've got bullion. Well, evidently I don't know how to draw a B. And then we've got FX, so currency, so Forex, etc. Now, oh my lord, during 2017, I was screaming from the rooftops, you know, saying, do not join, you know, these 4 massive scams: BitConnect, USI Tech, OneCoin, and Dascoin. These were just horrendous, especially BitConnect and OneCoin. BitConnect had this. Oh, just what? Check this out.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Big Connect? Whoa, what's up? No. Be Connect! Wow! Be Connect! Be Connect!
It is absolutely nuts. And OneCoin, they managed to scam over 3 million people, and I'm always straight talking, and I had a very awkward conversation with some OneCoiner, and I basically told him the truth, and this is how it went down.
And he introduced us. I was, oh, cool. So we started talking, and then he tried to sell me OneCoin.
But he's involved in a large Bitcoin crypto currency they're setting up. I thought,
No, really, are you doing an ICO?
I know who should have a show.
Well, there is an IPO coming for this company. Do you know OneCoin?
Oh yes, it's a scam.
No.
It is. It's the biggest scam in the crypto world. It
We had
is.
some interesting conversations.
For those of you who have never heard of OneCoin, basically OneCoin is a it's a cryptocurrency, which is the biggest cryptocurrency scam out there. It's defrauded so many people, it's lost so many people's life savings. It's not even a cryptocurrency. I'm terribly sorry. I would definitely look into it because it's widely known as the biggest scam in the crypto world.
But believe you me, I know the guy very well. Actually set it up.
The thing is, people in India and promoters in Dubai are being sent to jail because of OneCoin.
Believe all this stuff, believe me. You need to talk to somebody that knows about it. People are going to jail
I do
in
know
India
about it.
only because they're people that are making outrageous claims. We had the same thing happen in Italy.
Yeah.
And it's only people like me who are making claims about earnings. That's all. It's not, the company's not a scam. It's legal in every country.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
So yeah, the thing is, with all of these scams, they tend to be pyramid schemes. So they tend to be a massive Ponzi scheme, where they're relying on people to come in and pay a fee, etc. And it's fine if you're at the top of a Ponzi scheme, because every other sucker that comes in below you, so if you're up here, it's fine. Or it's not fine morally, obviously. But every other sucker that comes in paying their fees, you're fine. And that is how they made all of their money. So it's crazy. I'm like, OneCoin was basically a $4 billion Ponzi scheme. BitConnect was also closed down. OneCoin, yeah, a lot of their head people have gone to jail. And it's just sad. And unfortunately, the people caught up in it, they seem to be blinded by logic. And I'll come back to that in a minute. So another one which is interesting are bullion schemes. So I'm going to put this on the grey territory. So this, I'm not going to overtly say this is a scam, as in Orvesta and Carrot Bars, but what I'm going to say is that you should, if you are if you're investing in gold and silver, you really do not want to be playing with Orvesta or Carrot Bars, because these are basically, if we just move over here, they're multi-level marketing schemes. Okay, so now that's not necessarily bad. There are some MLMs which are alright, most are shit, but it's a massive middleman. Okay, it's an MLM, and what they're doing is they're selling you bullion at a premium, or they're doing storage. Okay, so one of the first rules with gold and silver is if you can't hold it, you don't own it. And if you ever wanted to take delivery on the bullion that you already own, they are going to charge you an arm and a freaking leg for delivery fees, taxes, shipping, insurance, etc. So it's nuts. And also, like with Carrot Bars, you'll be buying these special carrot bars, as in their own brand, which, yeah, so they're just adding massive markup. And with an MLM, remember, it's a middleman or middle entity, and so it needs to add in margin so it can make a profit. And so with gold and silver, you need to buy as close to spot price or near as damn it. So if you are looking into gold and silver, just go to Siam Kid on YouTube, as in my YouTube, and there's a massive live session where I talk about everything about gold and silver. So just have a little watch of that. So, and then finally, let's look at FX. So currency trading scams. So the biggest one is Cash FX Group. They seem to be like freaking poison ivy, growing through everywhere really fast. And unfortunately, one of my good mates, or one of my associates or friends, has got really caught up in this scam. And unfortunately, I think he's fallen into the whole MLM Ponzi type of thing, and he just cannot see it, even throughout. Like they just can't see through the logic. So obviously I'm going to blank out a lot of this, but these, so for example, they will come up with ridiculous claims. So like, look at this, let the pros trade for you, and they'll show like a big month like this, and they typically say that, like, look at this, how about that for a month? Highest month so far is 48%, lowest is 21% in a month. So they're basically saying you're going to double your money like in under a year, and typically you're looking at 20 odd percent a month. Now, I've been trading for 15 freaking years, and you absolutely cannot be making 20% per month consistently, and that's the key word, consistently, over an extended period of time, because in order to make 20 odd percent per month, you have to massively up your risk. Your risk goes through the roof. And also the markets are not consistent, so you cannot ever give a consistent ROI. So so obviously I was asking him, what is their Sharpe ratio, blah blah blah, and he's trying to get me in in his downline, come in for 250 quid, etc. And no matter how many things I was trying to say, like, he just would not believe. And then so for example, they're claiming that they're an FCA regulated entity. Well, no. If you look at this, the FCA have actually put out a warning saying that this company is taking. So first of all, it's taking other people's money, and it's claiming to be an FCA regulated firm, which it isn't. And guess what? It's based in Panama. So good luck getting your cash if you ever want to have a withdrawal. And what tends to happen with things like this is, because it's a Ponzi scheme. So what they do is this is how the scam works. They say, hey, come on board, let's join for $300 or 250 quid, etc. And let's just do it for 3 months, okay? Just check it out for 3 months. It's only 300 quid. What have you got to lose? So you do it. So 3 months later, guess what? In your account, yeah, that looked pretty dodgy there without, if I didn't close that O. In your account, you'll be up, if they're saying 20% per month, you'll be 60% up, and your virtual account will show that your 300 quid is now 60% up, and you're going to be like, whoa. Now obviously you're not 60% up. All the dodgy software showing you is that you are on paper 60% up. So here's what happens. You then go, wow, I've done it for 3 months. You've joined the Facebook group or whatever, and then your upline, the person who got you in, will go, oh yeah, but by the way, when you put the 300 quid in, a little bit of commission goes over to the person that recruited you. Okay, so then they go, right, how about you up it a bit? How about you put £1,000 in now? And so and all this is happening is that, first of all, this is fake, so it's virtual. But if for example you do try and withdraw the money, and a lot of people may try and do that, they will let you withdraw the money. But the thing is, for 300 quid, 60% of that, so yeah, your money's now at 480 quid. So they may actually let you withdraw 480 quid, maybe, and that's the key thing, you maybe. But more often than not, 9 times out of 10, they will encourage you to roll over for £1,000 or 10 grand, etc. And you would have been, obviously they will get you talking about that, they'll be promoting the commissions if you get other people in and go, hey, look at your own account, blah blah blah. But guess what? This is where they make all their money. It's on the freaking upsell. Whether you put £1,000 in or £10,000, guess what? They've got you forever. You will never withdraw this. So as long as you carry on with their sham, and you put 10 grand in, and after a few months you're now 60% up, so technically you've now made six grand profit, etc. Eventually there'll come a time where you're now 16 grand up or 26 grand up or whatever, and you'll ask for withdrawal. Guess what? You will then struggle. You won't. So yeah, just be aware of that. But long story short, just always be skeptical. And here's a little PDF. So this is the SEC's own website, and it's basically their little guide of Ponzi schemes, etc., what to look out for. I mean, it's common sense. I mean, for me it is. I've been doing this for a while, but for most people, it's just a 2-pager really. So it's worth having a little read. I'll put this little link in the background. So hopefully that makes sense, and I will see you soon.